YouTube, what's the deal? It's your girl Jahira, and I am back. Y'all, woo! For those of you who have followed me for a significant period of time, and for those of you that might only be like 2 videos in, y'all know that it takes a whole lot to render me speechless. But here we are, and a chick is speechless. Here's the situation, and we're just going to dive right into it. I'm not going to give y'all a whole lot of prologue. June 18th, a woman was flying from Florida to Michigan with her elderly mother. Her elderly mother is 95 years old and dealing with end-stage leukemia. They were flying home so that she, the mother of this woman, whose name is Jean Weber, could spend her final period with her family. Upon going through TSA, this elderly woman is stopped and requested or instructed that they had to do a more comprehensive search. They stated to the daughter that something was wrong with her pants, and specifically there was a wet, unidentifiable substance in the seat of her pants. I can't even believe I'm about to say this. The short version of the long story of it all, y'all, is that this 95-year-old woman was taken into a room and forced to remove her adult diaper in order to presumably appease the standards and regulations of TSA. As an addendum, the daughter hadn't brought an extra set of Depends for her mother. And so her mother was eventually allowed to fly after having been delayed for 45 minutes, but was flying without underwear, without underpants. TSA is, I mean, if they didn't get enough backlash from the 5-year-old that was patted down, if they didn't get enough backlash from the newborn that was patted down, I just want y'all to take a second, because I know that as a result of a video like this, I'm going to get these 9/11, well, post 9/11, the whole world is against us, we have to galvanize, it's for our own safety and security folk. And welcome, hi, how are you? I have no problem with the fact that you're here, but for those of you who are so extremist in this sense of security that we have to maintain for ourselves, I just want you to take a moment and consider your mothers. Your mothers. I am so dumbstruck right now at a 95-year-old woman with end-stage leukemia who already has to suffer the indignity of incontinence, being instructed to remove her Depends in order to assuage some, you know what I mean? It's just asinine. When is the point where we say, you know what, yes, it could be anybody, and yes, there is a reason to be cautious, but then there's got to be some kind of ethical line that we draw, and for me, it's babies and the elderly. I can't imagine the humiliation that this woman must have suffered at presumably the end of her life. And for what? So that we can all, I mean, was anybody nervous about, I mean, was anyone checking up on this lady? Did anybody look at her, oh wow, well, she looks, I mean, come on. This is actually, I need to say this in the beginning, but this is all coming courtesy of Yahoo. There's actually a video, a small snippet on CNN that's on the page, and of course I'll be posting the link below. But I'm so incensed right now at the way we treat our elders in this country. Nowhere else in the world are elderly people just tossed to the side the way that we do. And it's horrifying. And to be that woman's daughter, to know that she could not go in the room with TSA officials when the search was being performed. So she's leaving her 95-year-old mother in the care of a couple of people that have to dig through the contents of this woman's diaper. I can't even wrap my brain around what that must have felt like. Of course, the news story says that she was sobbing, and who the hell wouldn't be sobbing to know that your mother, your frightened, old, nervous, scared, sickly mother, is in there by herself, exposing herself and possibly one of the most personal parts of you to utter strangers. And then to not have a backup adult diaper to put on your mother, to know that you're wheeling her through the airport. God, Dios, I can't even just, oh my goodness. Please, somebody tell me you're feeling me here. It's so wrong. It's fundamentally wrong. And TSA, if those guidelines and their protocol does not get altered, I promise it's going to be one smart bitch who makes the decision to sue so hard it ends up being Susan. You've got to be kidding me. Hey y'all, I'm back. I needed a minute. This is the kind of thing that just, I was so enraged, and I try not to let my personal views on something as heinous as this, I'm just so off kilter right now, affect my ability to articulate myself in an appropriate manner. But it's very hard not to personalize something as heinous, and I really feel like heinous is the right word here, as this particular event was. I did a little more research while I was calming myself down, and a news report just came out this morning and related to the same issue. Apparently the elderly woman's name was revealed, and her name is Lena Reppert. Lena Reppert. Once again, I'm not going to keep y'all forever, don't get me wrong. I just, I can, on a conscious sort of analytical level, I get the need for additional measures of security. We are living in much different times than we were pre-9/11. I understand that. I receive it. I get it. I comprehend it. But I really do feel like there's a line there, and that line should be drawn at, an elderly, dying woman who's not even able to walk. That's just my personal take on it. I'm sure y'all are going to be inundated with opinions, so I'm going to leave it to y'all to piggyback off of what was said. I really do want to know how you feel, where you stand on this, on both ends of the spectrum. For those of you who feel like, yes, it's wrong, but these measures are necessary, and if it has to come down to a 95-year-old woman, then, say that and then explain yourself. It's beyond my comprehension at this point. I'm willing to admit my limitations, and those are them. So please, just because I feel this way doesn't mean we all have to. Post your comments below. Let me know what you think. And until next time, YouTube, one love.